Morning. Welcome to Great Transition Strategy, Monday Morning Standup. 5 minutes to get your week off to a great start and potentially give you something to make you a more effective leader. Today's topic, a trip. Think of your professional development as a journey. You can see I'm presently on a trip, not in my normal surroundings. Actually visiting my daughter in Nairobi, Kenya. Now stationed over here, we're spending some time with her over the holidays. So think about you and your professional development as a trip. That's today's topic. Look back over your shoulder last year. What was that journey like? Think about what's this next year going to be? What are you planning for yourself next year? What is that journey? I think there's three elements of the journey. I think there's planning, I think there's the execution, and I think there's the evaluation. So I want you to think about I want you to think about last year, what happened to your professional development. I want you to think about this year going forward. Call this a before action review. And we're going to look at those three areas. Okay, so first, planning. Whenever you're going somewhere on a trip, what's your destination? Where are you going? Being specific. Are you specific enough? Have you ever gone on a trip where it was not specific? Destination. So in your professional development, what is your destination? Is it a degree? Is it promotion? Is it a geographic move? Is it a move laterally? Certification. What is your destination? Right now, what was your destination last year? How are you going to get there? What's the route? And what's the mode of transportation? I'm going to get there this way. Mode of transportation. In your professional development, there are a lot of ways you could do it. You could do it through education courses, conferences, workshops, internships, coaching, mentorship, all those kinds of things, and on-the-job experience, all those ways to get you developed and to develop your folks. So think about those. How did you plan on it last year? And did you use just one mode, two modes, or did you move, was it multi-mode to get you where you wanted to be? All right, next, budget and timing. How much is it going to cost you? And what's the time frame you're going to do it? What's the time you're going to dedicate to it? Right. So we're going to come back to the evaluation, but think about this last year and now think about moving forward. What is that going to look like? Okay, next. What's the next part I talked about? Planning, execution. In the execution phase, what did you measure your progress against last year? You're probably measuring something against the plan. So if your plan is flawed, you probably don't have some good measurements on it. How do we do on the budget? How do we do on the route? How do we do on our lodging? Did we go to the right places? Did we use the things we needed to? And when you think about some of these things, sometimes you had to flex. You had to change your mind. Say, okay, we are not going to do this. We're going to do something else instead. And this is why. We're going to change our plan. Did you build enough flexibility into your plan so you could do that? What are you doing for next year? Do you have the flexibility so you can, in fact, change? All right, so now, last part, evaluation. And this is really the before action review. So I want you to think about a spectrum. And on the spectrum, think about the left as never doing that again, not going there again. And on the right, think about, that was great. I would love to do that again or do something just like that again. So think of that spectrum. And I want you to think about the destination and I want you to think about the journey. What was more important as you think about each of these? So let's think about the destination. Was the destination really as important as you thought? I work with a lot of career transition, and sometimes I get folks, I have to have this degree, I have to have this credential, or I can't get where I need to. I need to get my PMI. Sometimes that is not what they need. They didn't need necessarily the PMI to get there, or they went, worked really hard, put a lot of effort into the PMI, and it didn't get them where they needed to go. So how much of this, when you look back over last year, we're trying to get some lessons learned from last year into next. What did you learn? What did you learn from last year? On the execution, what did you learn? Never doing that again on the destination. Or need to do that, need to go get more of it. So is it about the destination, where you need to end up? Or is it about the journey? Think about the journey. Think about the times that you flexed, what you learned, different places you went, maybe internships, on-the-job training. How did that benefit you? So you're on a journey. You had a journey last year. You have a journey this year that you're planning. Think about the three phases. The planning phase, how are you doing on your planning for this next year? Execution phase, what are you measuring it against? And evaluation. When you're evaluating it, evaluate both the journey, both the destination and the journey. Thanks for listening. Hope you found that helpful. See you next Monday morning, 8:30. Have a great week.